skip the entire beginning of this story. I already fucking know, because you know it's gonna, the first like episode's gonna start with his father ran the company and Vince Jr. took it over and yada yada, and there's gonna be a bunch of people being like, very ambitious, very money smart guy, very good at the company, knew what he was doing, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't want to fucking hear none of that shit. I don't want to hear any of that. The whole thing. That's what Vince said.
Watched all of it.
That's if Vince was still in command, he'd be telling all the wrestlers that you're gonna watch all of it. God damn it! And I want all of you to make a promo off of my thing, off of my documentary.
We're doing it live. Fuck it.
I can't read the prompt. No, but I can't read the prompter though. You know, fuck it. We'll do it live. No, we'll do it live. Guys, you know what we do here. We go over to the 3 brands of wrestling currently in WWE. Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Not so much on Tuesday. Only if something's really sticking out. Going over the main brands Monday and Friday most of the time, and just kind of going over the main points of storyline, biggest pops of the week, biggest like matches of the week as well, things that stood out to us. So before we start with anything else, I always like to remind people that you can tell us below what you think about what we're talking about, what you thought of this week, what we missed, or whatever it is. Comment all down there below, and then after you do that, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll call it a day.
I did watch NXT this week.
You did. NXT was good this week. NXT, as I've been saying, has been good pretty much every week so far.
I ain't even gonna lie. Thinking about it now, I barely remember anything except for a lot of backstage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dunn and Trick Williams, and I've been jamming to this song all week.
Yeah.
I'm playing it right now on my headphones.
What? The Trick Williams entrance song? Or the diss track?
The diss song.
Yeah, the diss song was good. I'm not gonna lie.
It's hilarious because I'm like, this nigga ain't finna rap. He can't rap. And then he does it. And I was like, never mind. You great. My fault.
Yeah, I mean, just to talk a little bit about NXT since we're already on the topic. I mean, yeah, it was the Trick and Pete Dunne thing. I mean, shouts out. I'm going to give more credit to Pete Dunne than I'm going to give for the writing team because they can put him in these spots. But I mean, he's really selling this, honestly, bullshit that he's doing right now. But it's really good. And him and Trick fighting in every single moment throughout the entire NXT show until the moment when they finally got out there. And then they fought to double count out. They're going through the table together. Crazy. That was insane. Yeah. Unheard of.
At first, I was confused because I was just like, I'm like, is he counting? Because they've been out here for a minute. And the second they hit the table, bro said 10, and I was like, oh shit, he counted. It's new.
Right, because they've been doing a lot of that, like, they've been calling it just like referee discretion out of nowhere, like when they just don't make the match DQ, like no DQ, but then like the match is a regular match, but then they go out to the side and they're not counting, and we all as fans realize like, why are they taking so long to fucking count right now? And then the announcers have recently been saying, like, oh, yeah, well, you know, referee discretion. He wants this thing to go. He wants these guys to get back in there and fight. And I'm like,
he has money.
Yes, yeah,
it's corrupt.
It's
a baseball empire.
Yeah. So now we're gonna get some. What is it? A street fight, or it was a last man standing between Trick and Pete Dunne, which is also gonna be a banger.
That means more than likely somebody's going through a car.
For sure.
They're going outside at some point, and somebody's getting put through a car.
If I know NXT, I know they love using that parking lot. So yeah, they're probably gonna go outside. Weird. It is weird. It's if there's 2 companies that love using the parking lot like more than anybody else, it's NXT and AEW. Fuck, they love using parking lots. Besides that, on NXT, you know, I don't know, being able to see God, who was it that went up against fucking the stupid new faction? God, who was the female that went up against one of them? Jada Parker. But then Jada Parker fucking lost, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is happening? How are we continuing to bury our favorite talents? Yeah, it's and that whole faction's fucking literally trash. Fallon Henley's a fallen off fucking superstar. She's a nobody. That's
exactly why. Because they realize, oh shit, we kind of let them drown a little bit. They've been treading water, so we got to have them do something to somebody who's actually notable. Because hey, it's the same thing with Bronson Reed.
Right.
Everybody was like kind of stopping to care about Bronson Reed for a little bit, and then he took out Seth, and then he took out R-Truth.
Yeah.
Then he basically took out Braun, but Braun was just like, "Nope, I'm medically cleared." He was like, "No, you're not.
No, you're definitely
but
not.
Now you're in the Fatal 4, and it's like, all right, bro,
whatever.
That makes sense.
And we all know Bronson Reed's gonna come back and fuck him up and take him out of the equation for that Fatal 4.
If he does, that'll be kind of funny.
I mean, he was tweeting about it, saying like, "Oh, yeah, but I did take you out, and I'll be back to fuck you up again," and some like. So he's definitely gonna come back on Monday, and he's gonna the match is gonna be going. He's gonna fuck his ass up again, and they're gonna spill out somewhere. But that faction though, like what gets you, it says that, in the words of Booker T, jacy is a star, man. She's a star, Vic, and she's so good. She's so good. She's got charisma flowing through her body, and she's stuck with fucking literally the middle bitch, whoever she is, the one who went against Jada Parker, who should not have won. That's her thing. Everybody's like, who the fuck are you? Who are, like, it's like she talks and everybody's like, who the fuck is this bitch? Who brought her here? If it was just Fallon Henley and Jacy Jayne, it'd make a lot more sense. They'd be a tag team. They could do a lot more. Instead, they got this dumb fucking faction built around this other random chick who's with them, who does literally nothing and only wrestles when they make it a point in the show to be like, hey, you suck. Why are you talking? You don't even wrestle. And then they go, she does wrestle. She wrestles. She'll wrestle you tonight. And then they jump her. And I'm like, just. So I agree. Yeah, they got to do something, but they could have just singles pushed Jacy Jayne, honestly.
Know nothing. I know nothing.
I know nothing. The Jordan Grace Open Challenge thing is sick. The whole Tatum Paxley, Wendy Chu, and the chick, Rosemary from TNA, also sick. Very cool.
I don't know. Unless I just was watching in slow-mo or something. That whole match was weird.
It's a little weird. When they're spooky.
And so was it when Wendy Chu was going against
Roxanne.
Nah, it wasn't Roxanne. On Sunday, who did she go against?
Yeah, she went against. Oh no, she went against Kaylani. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, Kaylani. Like even then, I was just like, yo, they're moving kind of slow. I don't know if it's just me.
No,
but
you're right, and I think I don't like Kaylani, so I'm gonna try and pull back some of the bias here, but to say, because I was gonna put it all on her, but I just think their styles clashed a little bit. And realistically, like Wendy Chu is more of like a slow, methodical wrestler, and she honestly, in her time that she's been wrestling since she's been back, hasn't done this style against any like super big high flyers. So, and Kaylani Jordan's all fast, high fly. So, I just feel like it just didn't work well, and they were trying to time it good. But also, that seems to be the speed in NXT for some female matches. Just being real here, sometimes they end up just doing this real slow motion, trying to make sure they get the moves right, and it's noticeable. That's all. Jordan Grace next week doing the Open Challenge. That's going to be sick. Can't wait for that. What do you think about Tatum Paxley, by the way? Like, do you know who Tatum Paxley is? The one we sent over to TNA?
Yeah, that's it right there. Those are the words. That's how I feel. So I have nothing okay to say.
Gotcha.
I just don't care.
I think her walkout song is super underrated. It's really well. Her entrance is really good with it, and she's a good wrestler. This character she has is really good. I think it's a matter of time before she starts getting put up into like bigger, more often programs, if that's something they'd like to do or she would like to do.
Valkyrie. Oh, that's right, Valkyrie.
Valkyrie is back. That's right.
But you were at work, so I didn't. I was like, I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, how you feel about Valkyrie? You pull a double duty on saving people.
So I was worried at first.
Came out to save Zelina, and then she came out to save fucking Tatum.
And for sure, you know what's happening this Monday, right? With the whole like, oh, I know somebody who can help thing. Because now it's gonna be like a triple threat. That stupid Pure Fusion Collective versus fucking Zelina. I just spoiled it by saying it, but it's pretty obvious. Yeah, Natalia's kind of come back on Monday, and it's gonna be Natalya, Valkyria, and fucking Zelina versus them three.
It's unfortunate.
It's extremely unfortunate.
It's like that's just a group of people nobody actually gives a fuck about. Nope. It's like, yeah, cool, you're a new faction, but your name also sucks, and no one really cares about you. at all, especially after the whole blunder y'all made. No man can take us home.
I was just about
really?
to say.
You think? Okay,
Seems a
buddy.
little unfair.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys kind of held out a little bit of hope by saying that you'd still date a dude. But all right,
you could feel it in the audience when she leans into the camera and says, "Not a single man can take us home." And you could feel all the men be like, "All right, well, fuck you." Like, what?
It was like, yeah, no shit, you're all gay.
Yeah, dude. Imagine the guys cheering them on in the crowd. They're like, "Fuck yeah, nice," and then they go, "Not a single man," and they're like, "All right, okay, well, hold on, I was cheering for you." Fuck that. Yeah, that shit made me so mad. But it's kind of hilarious when, like, in the long run, like, it doesn't make me mad. I think it's just fucking funny to say. It's just,
yeah, it was just extremely dumb.
Yeah,
we all know. We all know. Like, hey,
yeah.
Okay, cool. We got that out of the way without saying it. Whatever. Let's keep it pushing.
Don't worry, none of us are jerking off to you, all right? That's actually just a message to the guy who stalked her. She's just like, and not a single one of you men can take me home. Like that guy who tried to tie me up and take me away. Not gonna happen.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that guy was. When you see the way that guy looked, you're like, I mean, she could have taken him. Smart for her to just get out of the house and get out of the area and shit, but she could have taken him. Yeah, I thought I got concerned at first with the what's it called, when Valkyria came back and I saw her save Tatum, because I got real concerned. I was like, but also kind of not. I didn't know how to feel. I was like, well, this might mean that they're gonna lessen her push on the main roster, but honestly, I feel like NXT kind of needs her still right now, so it honestly might be good if she just went back to NXT.
We don't care about her, so I really don't.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I just didn't like that they said, "Oh, you're drafted to Raw." It immediately pushed her for Queen of the Ring. And I was like, hey, the fuck is that?
She was enhancement. Fucking, at least she's not what's her fucking name, who they also made a big deal about drafting. She's had one match on the main brand and she hasn't done a single thing since. That was a dumb decision to draft her. Bitch who always wears the skirt and it looks weird when she does it. I was like, why do you do that? You look weird in a skirt. Has nobody told her she looks weird in a skirt? Anyway. Exactly. Somebody, if by chance somebody watches this part and they know, you can say it in the comments and we'll just be like, who gives a fuck? How about that? Nobody knows. Nobody cares. Anyway. Yeah, shouts out to NXT doing the damn thing over there. And of course, as always, shouts out All Ego. Put on some clothes, Ethan, but also you look great.
Should put on some clothes. He should totally put on some clothes.
He should put on some, dude. Them playing showing the picture of him with the Bowser hat on. God damn it. That shit made me laugh so hard. Did him so dirty. Even Joe Hendry was like, that's fucking hilarious. He's like, I knew that we were going to put that up there. That's fucking funny. All right, let's talk about the main shows. Raw. Also, shouts out the ruler Oba. Fucking, it's in some cultures, the women is meant to be seen and not heard. Fucking, dude, I saw somebody retweet that and they were like, did Oba go too far with this line? I'm like, absolutely not. That was fucking hilarious. And I love Rizzo. I told Rizzo, shut the fuck up, Rizzo.
He did go too far.
You do not speak to those queens like that, Oba. You know what I don't like is it's such good storytelling.
This is how I felt.
Sorry. As always, as if there's one way Darnell feels, it's the storytelling for that fucking the Don and everything. It makes me mad because I like the Don being a tough character. He's been a pretty untouchable character recently, and now very subtly and very intelligently they're planting the seeds to say that the Don's afraid of Oba actually, and it kind of sucks because he's like, like, hey, whoa, you don't talk to women like that. You're right. You know what? Fucking was it? I always forget what he calls Stacks. But anyway, he'll take care of him tonight. I believe he'll be able to take care of the ruler over there. And I'm like, but then they keep zooming. Yeah, he dies. And they keep zooming in on Don's face, and he's like looking very stressed out. And I'm like, fuck, man. I was like, that's really good storytelling, but also, god damn it, he's scared of him. Fuck.
Could you not be scared of him?
How could you not be? Anyway. Oh, and I don't know. You know that wrestler? He used to be in WWE. I think he's in TNA now. He's a tall, heavy-set guy, light-skinned black guy, I think. And he always wears a hat forward. He used to be in some group before with BFAB and everybody in WWE. I'm trying to think of his name.
You mean the nigga who was fucking up a lot?
Yeah. He's like got a pretty famous botch for trying to do a suicide dive and it fucked up.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he retweeted.
I remember his name right now. Oh,
yeah.
Probably delete that tweet. He might steal it.
Well,
he's the digital champion of TNA.
Oh hell yeah, dog!
And he's a heel.
It's what's his name? Here it is. Yeah, AJ Francis. Well, he tweeted it himself. He did a mean choke slam, dog. He crushed it, and he was like, "You cannot show me a better choke slam ever without being delusional." And I retweeted it. I'm like, all right, that for real might be the best choke slam though, and it is pretty fucking good. I'm like, god damn, that's mean. He gets him up there too. Holds him up in the air. Crazy.
Oh, that's the strength of AJ Francis. God, the down payment.
Are you seeing the choke slam?
This nigga killed him.
Dude,
he brought him into the fucking stratosphere, bro.
Like, it might be the best choke slam ever. Sit there and say any choke slam better. People are gonna be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that sounds like never mind. Because I was like, there's a couple probably that like they're out there randomly.
Right.
But no, he got him up there.
He's probably riding high on that. He's feeling good.
Jesus Christ. That's scary.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Right. Let's talk Raw. Monday Night Raw. The flagship show, soon to be the Netflix show. I got a couple talking points to go off of here for some of the big things that happened on Raw, because to be honest, wasn't a whole lot. This week has been a big transitional week for everybody switching over networks. You know, SmackDown's going over to fucking USA. I guess Raw and SmackDown are both going to be on USA until Raw goes to Netflix in January, I suppose. Yeah, and then was it now what fucking
NXT is going to be on
CW, I think.
Yep, on CW.
Yeah, which is good. All right, fucking.
It's weird.
It's a good network.
No, it's not.
Bro,
I look at all the DC shows they had, and I'm like, none of these were good. None of these deserved the run they were on.
Yeah.
At all. They're all shit. They look like shit. Your CGI is shit. Your acting is shit.
There was a time.
The one show y'all had that was good, unfortunately, was Black Lightning, and then y'all were just like, oh, they really let you get it out of here.
No,
destroy
sir.
The universe.
More Flash.
I was like, what? You gonna get rid of the albino black dude who's making constant black jokes to the black family? That's the show you get rid of? Wow. That's where y'all held the real power, but okay.
The fucking
do you.
Super liberal PR team is like, yes, that is the one we're getting rid of. Fucking. There was a time where like, and I'm sure CW is still the same basically, but there was a time when it was literally like all day long, all you could ever watch was like Arrow, Flash, DC Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl. It's all you could watch on there. It's like all they fucking played.
Yeah. Honestly, like I didn't understand it. I was like, this looks like butt. I literally watched one episode. I didn't watch the episode. I watched the clip. And it was Flash, I think, going against it had to be like Reverse Flash or something. But bro, like I was just watching it and I was like, how do y'all justify this? This show looks crazy. This running looks crazy. Like I thought
his running is weird.
I thought Ezra Miller's Flash running was weird, and they even acknowledged him running weird in that.
Yeah.
So like,
What, you think this is weird?
I was just like,
this is how Barry Allen runs in fucking the show, the Flash show. That's
bro,
how
I was confused and disappointed.
I'll say this, that I think that the first few seasons of the Flash TV show until and after Zoom, once they did Zoom and it was done, I was like, the show means nothing now. And they were like, no, we're gonna keep doing stuff. And you're like, but you don't need to. The show should be done. You beat Zoom. That's like the biggest bad for him, besides like fucking death and time itself. So it's like, let's move on from here. And they're like, no, keep doing stuff. So fucking crazy. I assume and hope that CW is going to allow more stuff for SmackDown to do, but that Fox wasn't allowing. You know, that's usually what it comes down to, is contractually, not necessarily cursing, but like, what things will you allow us to do?
They're on USA, and we already know USA doesn't like the bullshit. Holy shit, you fucked up. They don't like any of those chants. So we're gonna still be getting muted.
Yeah,
on live television, which is OD.
You can't stand that. It's like, and they know they gotta know what it sounds like when they do it. They gotta know. Fucking.
Oh, they know. They just don't care.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Like, fuck these nerds.
I'm gonna say, starting off with Raw, that I'm gonna start by talking about the Punk and Drew segment, and I'm gonna say that the bracelet story. It's what most people are saying. The bracelet story is better than most stories right now in pretty much all of wrestling. Like, I've seen a lot of people talking about this bullshit with Jack Perry burning down a house, as if fucking Randy hasn't done that already. Or whoever. It really.
Hangman, Adam Page,
who I like. I like Adam Page. I don't like Jack Perry. You know, I'll say, but yeah, Adam Page, and it's fine. I thought that was cool. I thought when I saw that, I was like, nice, that's sick. Of course, AEW fans have to make it all about, well, you guys are doing some dumb bracelet store. And I'm like, we've been setting motherfuckers on fire for decades, bro. Like literal people, houses, everything, cars, all of it. We've set it all on fire, motherfucker.
We watched Vince die.
We watched him explode. Bro, that segment was so believable. My father was like, oh, shit. My father was like... My father was like, that's what happens when you're a bad man. That's what happens.
And then bro came back like 2 weeks later. Like,
no chance. That's what you got.
Yeah. And he was like, sir, we definitely watched you blow up. What are you doing?
I am God. Long enough, that's what was going to happen. He was going to come out and be like, I am God, and I control everything here. So the story continues. Classic. Sometimes the obvious thing to do is what's really good, which is that, like, we all knew that CM Punk was going to come out and be like, hey, done with that Drew bullshit now, move on. Cool idea to get our attention on him and Gunther, for them to be like, oh, okay, that could be something that's interesting. But all the realists knew, they were like, any moment now, Drew's coming out here and he's whipping that ass. And then he did. And he fucked him up and made him eat the bracelet. I've seen a lot of really dumb fans being like, how could you break that girl's bracelet? I'm like, even if it was hers, who gives a fuck? But also, it's clearly a fucking double.
It is.
You think it's hers?
It is.
You don't think they made a double?
No, it is. That'd make it honestly meaningless.
I mean, who would know?
She still burned the fuck out of him after that. He's like, his blood's on your hands, and then she just like 5 minutes and 46 seconds.
Oh,
God. And it was just like, you got a fan cooking you, dog? Damn.
She's like, son of a bitch. He's at home like, well, that backfired. Fuck. Showing his wife, he's like, look at this.
Remember that time I said bored at work? And then literally 10 minutes later, fuck.
Drew is on fire right now, and seeing his interviews that he's doing, explaining like how he's kind of got where he's at and how he's at where he's at right now, and just like, there is close to none, like taking favoritisms away and everything. Like, he's right. Realistically, you look at it, he's the best man in the business, period. Like, he's a true businessman through and through. Great storyteller, one of the best in the ring probably of all time. A real ass dude in and out of the ring, so good. Mean social media game.
He's shite.
He's shite. He lost in front of his country. He's a piece of shite.
Lost in front of his country. Lost in front of his whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Lost in front of his wife, especially. It's like, hey, man, what's going on? Want to talk about it?
Money.
let's not forget him quitting.
Oh yeah, that shit was right. Fucking I quit.
On Friday.
That shit was I couldn't.
I was like, nigga, you ain't quitting.
A testament to how good, because I was like, oh shit, how real is this? I can't tell. I'm a mark though, to be fair. So in wrestling, as Drew would say, I am a mark. Fucking, he's exactly who I'm exactly who he wants in the audience. Because I'm like, no way, shut the fuck up. So it's clearly going to be a Hell in the Cell, but we were talking about it last week that I just don't think that they really work well in a Hell in a Cell. So is there a different stipulation match do you think they could do or should do?
No, they don't got to do Hell in a Cell. They can just do a regular cage match, honestly.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because, Pepsi Phil can't clone him. He's going to be going through that door a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't go anywhere. No weapons either. It's just straight man to man. Just beating each other's asses.
Yeah.
Actually, they can't. They shouldn't. Are they doing a cage match?
No, they're doing Hell in a Cell is what they're gonna do. That's what everybody's thinking and is what it's pretty much alluding to.
Oh, okay. So it's nothing that is official. Because I'm like, they just said Solo and Cody, they're doing a fucking actual cage match on Friday.
Which is crazy.
Well, yeah, Friday. Is it?
Yeah, Friday.
They're still on Fridays. Yeah, they're just going to be on USA.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, they already said that. So to have 2 cage matches in the same week, yeah, sure, it's different programs, but it's just like, hey, getting a little lazy there, buddy.
Yeah. I think Hell in the Cell works fine for the fact that they can have weapons and that the cell doesn't necessarily dictate the win either. So I could see how that kind of goes with, Drew being like, well, he needed some stipulation to fucking beat me, some like game to beat me. He can't beat me like a man. So I feel like if they add a cage or something like that, then like if they add a stipulation that requires something where Drew just can't kick out or something to win, then I think that's what they're trying to go with. So really all you could do is a Hell in a Cell or an I Quit match, really. Or a Last Man Standing, which they already booked the Last Man Standing for fucking NXT, so.
I don't know what they could do. Let's just continue to have the storyline of Raw of Adam Pearce has no control, and they just keep beating the shit out of each other.
Hell yeah.
Until they have like an actual match set up.
Yeah.
Because now I'm thinking about when, like, how we were younger and we would get those matches like what we're getting with Cody and Solo right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like on a random fucking Friday and not during a pay-per-view.
Yeah. So, and then they make the pay-per-view like a clean one-on-one and you're like, why?
Yeah, I'm very confused.
Yeah, I think they need to remember a little bit more that, like, understandably banger matches are banger matches, but PLEs are PLEs, dog. We want to see something that we don't normally see, and we see matches every week. Just because you made it 15 minutes longer doesn't always mean it's the answer. I don't think any match on the last one, besides Drew and Punk, they were the only one who had a stipulation in their match. I don't know. Are there any more stipulations? Couple quick things. Maxine shows out. Maxine was really good on Monday, genuinely.
How tall she is, and doing a flying knee, she barely left the ground. She literally just had to lift her fucking leg up.
Yeah. And it looked good.
Just like, oh yeah, it looked so good that you don't notice.
Right.
And then someone pointed it out. I was just like, look, she barely lifted her legs up for that. It's like, oh shit, she really did.
Tall as fuck. That's a clear visual representation of putting the work in.
Yeah, I'm glad she's definitely doing better because not all the time does bullying work.
Yeah.
But legitimately it did help. And she definitely was given more time to do stuff and practice and train and stuff, clearly, because boy, when she first started wrestling, good
bad.
Lord.
Bad. And it's frustrating.
Look bad in the Royal Rumble, bro. When you have other people in there to distract people.
Yeah, you got to do a lot of work to be the worst at the Royal Rumble. Yeah, so shouts out Maxine. I hope that only continues to be a continued growth, and maybe even if they're actually going to do, which they still haven't really shown too much that they're going to actually do, Nikki Cross versus Ivy Nile, maybe even shoehorn Maxine into that. Make it a little triple threat. Make it so that way, like, fucking, I don't know, Maxine wants to help, but Nikki Cross is like, bitch, you ain't one of us. I don't need your goddamn help. and then fucking fucks her up too. I don't know. Something for her to do would be nice.
I mean, yeah, she can go against Chelsea Green.
Oh, yes. Anything with Chelsea Green.
They're not even on the same show anymore, but fuck it.
Fuck it. Well, it doesn't stop Chelsea from going over to NXT and making us all so happy. Dude, when I saw her come out, I was like, let's go. Fucking, they thought Julia was going to come out, and all of a sudden, shh, it's Chelsea. And I was like, this is way better. This is way better. And then Julia coming out, fucking hitting the knee. You fucking piss off all those people being like, what a bullshit knee. You guys already buried her. I'm like, you guys fucking, you on that haterade shit. Man, fucking stupid.
And there's some like, need I remind you, Money in the Bank?
Mm-hmm.
Dead.
Rhea had a crazy foot scare, same one as Damien, but she's fine. So that was what are the odds though that the fucking
yeah, I'm like that shit. You don't plan a rope wrapping your leg, bro.
Right, because originally when we were watching, I thought I could have sworn because of like what are the odds? I was like, this has to be planned. Like she's in the same spot Damien was in. Like this has to be some ode to your fucking spot or something. And I mean, no, just a fucking another freak accident. That's crazy.
And then Liv was just like, she probably was just like, are you good? She's like, yeah. And then she's like, okay, I'm just gonna hit your knee.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up a little bit.
You gotta sell this somehow, not freak everybody out.
I do appreciate and you can see it. It's like somebody pointed out, like Dom goes to like save Rhea real quick, and then he like realizes he's playing heel, and he's like,
oh yeah, that's not my girlfriend anymore.
Yeah. My note right here about Sammy says, "Get the fuck out, Sammy. Get right the fuck out.
Oh my god.
Get right the fuck out of here with that shit."
His fucking music, and I'm like, nah.
Dude, shouts out Gunther though. Gunther said, "Really? What the fuck?" Yeah, hell yeah, Gunther. He's like,
we don't support this shit. Get out of here.
God, Gunther's the man.
Nothing to deserve this.
Nothing. What makes me fucking laugh so hard about that too is like kayfabe of like the mindset of Gunther of just being like, this is the man that stopped your 600. This is the man who stopped your demon run. This is the guy right here at WrestleMania, pinned you in the middle of the ring. And still Gunther's like, who the fuck is that guy? I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Fuck him. Who gives a fuck? Oh, he beat me for that other title. I don't even care about that title anymore. Yeah, it's clearly they're gonna run that program. They're gonna run that shit, and I think that I only hope that this is gonna be just an even bigger. There's got to be, right? There's no way they just give it to Sammy out of nowhere, right?
No, because there's literally nothing for Sam Eddie to defend that against.
Yeah,
no storylines whatsoever. You run into another Cody situation where you're just fumbling and you're just giving shenanigan matches because the main big guy is gone.
Long form storytelling. You get my boy's name out your mouth.
Nah. Because why the fuck was he going against Logan? For what?
That one I'll give you. That one I'll give you that.
The Logan and then the AJ one was just sloppily put together. They were just like, they didn't even, the fact that they
brought that full circle.
Mention Bullet Club at all with that, and they did some shit at a pre-show that had to do something with Bullet Club.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, they should have immediately brought up Bullet Club. It's like, we were both leaders of the Bullet Club. We were both betrayed. Let's do all this shit. And then he was like, nah, I was a better leader than you. They could have easily went that route, but they were just like,
yeah.
They just pulled one of those.
I know.
Like, why?
I know that Bullet Club was in New Japan, but they did a Bullet Club in AEW as well, right? Like, that they didn't?
They have fucking Bullet Club Gold, which is just kind of, they're like the stepchildren.
Okay.
They were like, because they literally took the last leader of Bullet Club and pulled him in the AEW, and then they've just been doing nothing with him basically.
Okay. That'd be my assumption, is that they didn't want to like mention something from AEW at that point, but
no, it's literally whatever, because they basically did their own Bullet Club over in WWE with what are the two dudes that are always with AJ?
Fucking they just keep calling them the Good Brothers now, but
yeah, that's what they are now. But when they first got back to the WWE, they were basically Bullet Club.
Yeah, for sure. They always do the fucking
like,
thing. Them and Meechin always.
Like, guys, just say what the fuck this is.
Yeah. It
Stop pussyfooting.
It would do numbers if they were able to. I mean, now everybody's too old and too much doing their own thing, but if they were able to do some Bullet Club stuff like now or like a couple years ago, it would do fucking numbers.
Yeah, and they were just like bloodline.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll give them that. Bloodline fucking rules though, so I'll give them that. Last thing I have about Raw is that dude, fucking Joe Tessitore. What a guy, you know. I think everybody's kind of giving him the same shit where it's just like sometimes seems like a little bit like he doesn't know where to put the emphasis in, but at the same time does. So really not too much to critique. Like, as I think anybody was expecting, just horrible calling, and it really wasn't that bad. He only messed up like one wrestler's name, and there was just a few times where like the emphasis or like the emotion wasn't there, and you can't really blame him for that. It's his first fucking night on the flagship show. So I mean, Joe Tessitore won over some people.
His name.
What?
I don't like his name.
You don't like his name? I like saying his name. Tessitore.
His name sounds like you're fucking casting a spell.
It sounds like fucking heartburn medicine. Tessitore. Oh shit. Yeah, shouts out to him. Going over to SmackDown though, where we have the elite announcers, Corey Graves and fucking Michael Cole. Wow, just unfair. They literally just put all the star power of fucking commentating right on SmackDown. That's crazy. And they
have to do something,
bro, and they were crushing it. It was like they were like fucking LeBron and Kobe out there or something. They're just lobbing fucking alley-oops for each other and fucking slamming it down, putting out middle fingers, fucking putting their jersey in their fucking mouth and shit. They're crushing it on Friday Night Commentary. I was like, so good when they're there together. So first thing I have about SmackDown is, what the fuck was that Vinci and Cruz shit? What the actual shit was that?
Yeah, they disrespected the fuck out of him, bro. I for surely was like, oh, he's gonna win his first match back. He has to look good,
right?
And then they just said, nah, fuck out of here.
And then the weird way he lost too, of like definitely took way too long to get to the ring. Like I genuinely think he went over his time getting to the fucking ring. And, you know, that spot was clearly planned of taking off the jacket. But even then, the ref's like, yo, fucking Vinci, let's go, man. Like, get the jacket off. And finally, you know, Apollo Crews comes up and takes the pin. And it also doesn't look good for Apollo. Like, that would have been if Apollo was going to win, why not let him get why not just let them both get some time? Let Vinci build himself a little bit at least and have Apollo stay strong.
That's the plan. You got to make him look bad first. It's kind of like, it's almost like the Dash and Cody Rhodes shit. Like, we literally only got one match of him being Dash and Cody Rhodes, because then they hit him in the face.
Oh, yeah.
And then the face mask came out.
Yeah, I think realistically, story-wise for it, you know, Vinci's, you know, next Friday, Vinci's going to be like, I don't even actually, Friday's such a big show, I don't think Vinci and Apollo will be, they might find some room for him, but I think that they're going to clearly probably book them into a program together now, because Vinci's going to be upset. I need a rematch. Then Vinci maybe will look strong on this second match. So hopefully they figure that out, because that's crazy to do that many vignettes with Vinci, make this big come out for him, you know, announce his match ahead of time, and then just for him to get pinned in 10 seconds.
Yeah, less than that.
Yeah. It was
like I see what what they were doing with it, because it was just more like the ref was telling him like, yo, you need to hurry up, to the point where he did just say, yeah, ring the bell.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all he did, and it was just like, damn, bro just got.
So the Kevin Owens Waller and Theory match, the match itself, fun. Those guys work well together.
By the way,
yeah,
predicted it.
You predicted that they were, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I was thinking about that when I was watching it on Friday. I didn't say it to Ian. I was like, we were playing Call of Duty. I was watching, and I go, damn, Darnell just said that. Like after I was like, what's he gonna do now? And you're like, well, he can fuck around with Austin Theory Waller, and I was like, that's exactly what he's gonna do. Yeah. it's a fun match between them three, but holy fuck, if this isn't the longest buildup for a breakup of a team that we didn't give a fuck about, it's crazy.
To begin with.
Yeah, like we never wanted this team, and then they just week after week after week tease this breakup, and it's like, yes, we want the breakup, but more specifically because that we don't want the fucking tag team. Still, but you know, I complain about these things on podcasts. I complain about them. I'm just doing the fan thing of complaining like how the feeling is. But I'm a realist to know like I can see it happening. I feel it happening. This is working. The longer they do this, as long as they don't go overboard with it, the longer they do this is making Austin Theory's babyface run even better. It's so far to the point where I didn't even think anybody would even care if Austin Theory turns at this point. But so many people want him to for the simple fact of the story itself between them two. And then people are starting to like him genuinely. And I'm like, oh, I didn't think that was actually going to work. So now it's working. And now we want it, but now it's not happening. So the longer it builds, once he finally turns on fucking Waller, I mean, the pop's going to be huge.
Totally
We're talking
off topic.
Sorry, go ahead.
Candy corn is live.
Candy corn is live.
It is live. I can now buy candy.
Hell yes. Candy corn lover. I fucking love candy corn.
Topic, but there we go.
You know what my favorite type of candy corn is? Them little fucking pumpkins that you get with the little green stem. Stop playing with me. I bite into half of it and I sit there and enjoy it.
Bro, I do the same thing.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Meanwhile, I'm over here being called a fucking psycho for eating candy corn all the time.
Yeah, that's what my girlfriend right over here calls me too. I get it. Yeah, she hates that I eat candy corn.
Did this shit just get rid of like half my... Oh my... What just happened?
So yeah, I hope that I don't know what they're gonna do with KO at this point too. They continue to help the breakup between them, I suppose.
That would be pretty dope. Him to be the driving wedge, like the final nail in the coffin, where he's just always like he's just gonna constantly fuck with them. Like, every single week.
I think it would take as well like one small like backstage segment for like KO to like catch like Austin without Waller for a second and just give him a simple like, hey man, I just wanted to tell you, that was a good match we had on Friday. And I appreciate you. Just something super simple, and just be like, but I just can't stand your buddy. Sorry. And like I think
he's a jackass.
Yeah, and I think Theory's character is that type of guy that like he would take that and like the praise, but realize that he's not going to get it as long as he's with fucking Waller, and that would like really help build that breakup too. So that way they keep fighting triple threats, and eventually Waller goes too far, and then Theory's finally like, you fucking stop. This is a good guy right here. I'm your mate, but we're mates. We're tag team champions. WrestleMania. You remember that? No. So last few things here. Smackdown was wild at the latter end of the show. As the show closed out, it got better and better. Like for example, the LA Knight Andrade Carmelo Hayes segment. Shouts out just letting Andrade go out there and just speak Spanish. I don't know if he just forgot his lines and he can only remember them in Spanish, or if they just told him go out there and speak Spanish to a Canadian crowd. I don't know, but shouts out. Fuck it. He just...
Hey girl, do what you want.
Yeah. But I honestly, because like, you know what? I don't think it hurt the promo at all. I thought the more he spoke Spanish, even though I don't, obviously don't understand it, I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Whoever he's talking to, yeah. That's right. What he said. And
definitely all really directed at what's his name?
Carmelo. Yeah. And sorry, go ahead.
I was done.
Shouts out Carmelo, because clearly feeling more comfortable out there. Like had those first couple of really rough weeks, botching lines and spots, and you could see week after week hurting him to the point where I was even like, this man might has to go back to NXT maybe. But the last 2 weeks and this program with Andrade helps him so much, clean on that microphone and really finally coming into his own as a heel. To where I was like really enjoying his heel work against Andrade, and just like that rubbing it in that he does every time. He fucking Fucking Andrade gets BFTs, and Carmelo is like, see, because you're stupid. Hey, fucking quoting Randy Orton over there. He was like, you're stupid, and that's what you get because you're a stupid guy and you're doing stupid, and fucking BFT. Guys, it's not that you're not good enough. It's that LA Knight's not gonna let ya.
My favorite part was the 8-man tag team match. You know, Jacob Fatu being Jacob Fatu. And he just said in the middle of the match, oh, I'm not the legal man, my bad. Dragged his ass all the way back to the corner to tag himself in.
Yep.
And then proceeds to be a one-man wrecking crew. And it's just like
insane.
This is what we were talking about.
And it was right after that moment that I was like, oh, this match is coming to an end because nobody's stopping this man right now.
No, nobody can stop.
Yeah, I have that here in my notes that Bloodline burying the Street Profits again is starting to enrage some like Black Lives Matter wokeism in me, where I'm like, stop doing this to them. God damn it. Fucking, I'm tired of seeing my guys out there getting, every time they come out, they're like, we want the smoke. And I'm like, yeah. And then the Bloodline music hits and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying, but that's what happens when you're fucking just already too good. You're the only ones who can really put on a match with them.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, I just realized that. Oh my God, WWE like suffers heavily from the you're too good to be pushed. Sorry, we need you in this position. Otherwise, these guys will have nothing to do.
People look good.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, it kind of goes in hand with what I was talking about here. Fucking, I was kind of mad about Michin losing, but also excited about Chelsea Green winning in Canada. Yeah, it was a real bummer.
Oh, that's why she won.
I mean, probably, yeah. They were in Canada. I mean, in the match term, she won because fucking distractions and stuff like that. But booked to win probably because of Canada. Yeah, when I saw that match booked, I was like, well, this is a tough one for me. I'm glad I'm not there. I wouldn't know what to do. Fucking, I'd be yelling, Michin. Everybody be like, what's your problem? I'm like, no, but Chelsea. Also, Chelsea Green. Right, guys? Come on.
Better stand 10 toes down.
What?
On somebody.
Oh yeah. Chelsea Green then.
Flip flopping.
Chelsea Green. Yeah, I'm all in. Here's all my chips. Yeah, you put that on Miss fucking Shh. It's Chelsea. Yeah. I like people like on Twitter like, is this gonna be a big push for Chelsea Green? I'm like, no. She's going to do some enhancement matches for Bayley and everybody whilst they start figuring out the title picture. And then she'll be out of it yet again. You'll see her at the Rumble and Survivor Series. Dude, Chelsea Green in an Elimination Chamber? Yes, please.
Kind of scary.
For everybody else. Chelsea, her first idea she pitched, she'd be like, what if I die? And they'll be like... Chelsea, fuck.
And they're like, oh, we thought you were gonna say dive, not Jesus, man.
No, you big dummy.
Can't kill you on live television, bro.
Fucking
we did that before.
Matt Cardona over there in the corner just playing with fucking action figures and shit. They're like, you're not gonna stop this, Matt? He's like, huh? So this is Sting from WCW with his second mask. Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
They gotta eventually bring him back in just for a little bit and just have them both be just like a crazy power couple.
Yes. And
then death matches.
Yeah.
Get those back.
They need to start doing more enter the mixed tag team matches. And that would be a good time to bring it back if they did a lot more of those. Just makes sense. Finally, you give the women more things to do. Instead of having the fucking walk dudes to the ring and hang out by the side. Now, granted, they're getting paid for that, but still. Cody calling out Jacob Fatu was one of the wildest call outs I've ever heard. Like, when he was like, Jacob Fatu, I was like, Cody, stop. What are you doing? Go. Like, if I was his friend, I'd grab him. I'd be like, oh, whoa, hey.
Like, hey, remember what he did to you when he first got here?
He didn't mean that.
Match? You want a match? You sure? You positive? Think about it. You have a family now. And he also has 7 kids. He does not care. He will murder you.
He'll have an 8th one and then come murder you. He'll do it. He'll do it, Cody.
He'll get an 8th dad buff. Okay. And just put you out, bro. You only have one dad buff. He has 7 right now.
Yeah. That
was
was
on New Game 7, and you're just starting out, bro. Relax.
It was character-wise for Cody again. For anybody out there who's like he's weak, he just get character-wise. You got to go. That's a strong call out. That's who he wants. He's like Solo. Sit the fuck down, you Mr. Fatu. And of course, though, I mean, the Bloodline's the best story for him to get up there and just be like, Solo, I love you, Solo. And then basically saying, like, I'm not going to take the match. It's Solo's. And I'm like, oh, come on. But still.
Yeah, because they know. They know.
I think.
Take over. Once all this Bloodline shit's done, it's going to be a wrap.
I think they're still going to. I think that they end up booking Fatu and Cody Rhodes. I mean, it would make more sense for Solo for, like, the Bad Blood pay-per-view overall. But if they do something to where Solo is hurt, kayfabe hurt, Jacob Fatu would be the next guy in line to take that title shot. No.
Did we ever see Solo go against Cody Rhodes for a belt while Roman was around? No. We didn't see them really interact much at all, unless it was just Cody getting his ass beat.
Yeah.
They're not going to have the enforcer do something that the tribal chief can't do.
Yeah.
And that's why Solo was getting so pissy with Roman, like, all build up to WrestleMania. He's just, like, always looking at him sideways, like, nigga, you weak. Like, why are you still here? You aren't making anybody look good anymore.
Right.
Like, we're constantly coming to have to save you and help you, and you still can't get the job done. Especially at WrestleMania. They did the spear fucking spike combo, and bro kicked out, and he looked at fucking Cody, then he looked at Roman like, what the fuck else you need us to do for you, man? Damn. And so far, they're just right here. They're even.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't gonna let him just, because he basically he's seeing himself in Jacob. He's just like, I did the same shit.
Yeah.
Except he's way more loyal. And he's just like, I did it. Digitally, he could do it. He could just fuck me over.
Right.
Just decide, nah, you're not fit to be leader anymore. So fuck it.
But he loves Solo, and he believes in Solo.
Yeah, that ain't gonna last.
I gotta say too that Spear Samoa Spike at WrestleMania, I just watched that match over again like a couple days ago. There's zero pop for that kick out, and I think it's because most people genuinely thought it was over in that moment. They were like, "Oh, here it goes, Roman Reigns, put your ones up, here it comes," and the kick out, and there's not enough time to be like, "Oh shit, this is." Everybody's like, "Wait, really? He really kicked out of that shit? That's wild. That's like an ultimate finishing move right there, and he kicked out."
Yeah, I figured he wasn't gonna win right there either. Yeah. Because why would you?
That would have been wild. That would have been a wrestling would be dead right now if that's how the match finished at 40, fucking with Roman retaining like that.
Yeah, it'd be that Royal Rumble win that he got all over again. Where everybody's just like, nope, this ain't it, Chief.
Done. Shit. Yeah, that's the week in wrestling right there. That's it. That's all the topics. That's all I got. That's all we got.
Dead bodies everywhere.
Dead bodies flying. Coming up to Bad Blood. It's about to get real fucking serious in here.
Isn't Black Blood? Isn't that shit not until October?
I think it's October 5th, I think.
Yep. The 5th is on the Saturday.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna do a 3-week build and do fucking Bad Blood. And Crypto just farted again, and it makes me want to throw up. It's so bad. I can taste it on my tongue.
Stop talking, then. Get a mask or something. Jesus.
Horrible. Just the worst. All right. Thanks everybody for watching this episode. You know what to do from the beginning. Like, comment, subscribe. Go follow our social medias, which are in the show notes down below. Thank you guys for watching as always, and we'll see you next week. Growing Up Kayfabe. Bye everybody. Bye guys.
Chris Jericho sucks.
You suck.